So something that we've noticed system-wide is in many of our EQAO scores that we're getting back, in many of the classroom data, being in classrooms and watching students, is a huge barrier to student learning is this idea of learned helplessness. And the learned helplessness is becoming all in good nature because we as teachers, just by the very nature of who we are, want to come in, swoop in, and make it simple and easy for students and help them. And in always coming and swooping in and helping students, what we're effectively doing is not allowing them to think and not allowing them to come up with their own questions and only focusing on answers. And what we're finding there is students are shutting down. They're not having the same kind of perseverance. They're not developing grit, if you've heard of grit being talked about. So we need to give them some opportunities where they are embedded in productive struggle and where the answer isn't simple and the answer isn't right in front of us, and perhaps even the teacher doesn't know the answer. And in most times in project-based learning, the teacher shouldn't know the answer. Otherwise, it's not really a valid project-based learning. So this idea that life doesn't work in a way where as soon as I come up against an obstacle that I'm not sure about, there's going to be somebody else in the room who's going to come in and help me and answer and show me how to gain that answer. And then my thinking is finished once I get the answer. We need to be developing students to really develop higher order thinking skills and critical thinking skills and becoming creative with their solutions and how they go about solving a problem or an issue, or even noticing what the problems or issues are in the world. These are the students that we want out in the world solving these problems and issues for us and developing things for us as we get older in our lives. This is who's going to be taking care of us, so we want to make sure that they're thinking well. So that is something huge that we're noticing, and project-based learning really addresses that, because there is no room for learned helplessness. There is no, let me just show you how to answer this question, or let me read this to you, and then you've got the answer, you can answer the question. It is really all about the student having to step up to the plate and embrace themselves in this uncomfortable zone of learning, where when they come out at the other end, it's so much more meaningful to them, and the learning will never be lost because they're the ones who went on the learning journey.